Good evening, students. Today again we are going to continue the relations. Today we are going to I am going to slow down my speed, so we will do everything slowly. Again we are going with some examples. Check the relation or 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1 on the set A is A equal to, you can take either 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2 itself. 1, 2, 3 is transitive or not. So first question, let's see. Transitive or not. Right. Now let's see what is the given set. 1, 2, 3. Let's write the relation. Here we have to check whether it is transitive or not. Here 1, 2 belongs to R, 2, 1 belongs to R, implies 1, 1 belongs to R. Now we go in a reverse way. Suppose if you are taking 2, 1 belongs to R, 1, 2 belongs to R, we can see that, but 2, 2 does not belongs to R. So we have to check in reverse way also. Therefore, it is not transitive. What example I gave for transitive? Just to check it out. If I have given other example, it's okay. If I have given this type of example, whether 2 is there, you have to check. So then which is transitive? For the same set, R equal to 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2 and 2, 1 is transitive. So this you make it as a note. Right. Next, I am going for the next sum. Very important sum. Many a time they ask this question for 3 marks. Let Z be the set of integers. And the relation or x, y such that 2 divides x minus y is, you just prove that, and prove that, please write this, improve this and prove that the relation are equal to x, y such that 2 divides x minus y is an equivalence relation. Is an equivalence relation. Right. We can do the same problem in 2 different ways. First, let me go for checking of equivalence relation. First, I have to start with reflexive. For all x belongs to the set integer x comma x belongs to R implies 2 divides x minus x. 2 divides 0. So which is also an integer, that. Therefore, it is reflexive. It is reflexive. Next, we are going for symmetric. Right. Have you all understood this? Now, next we are going for symmetric. For all belongs to integer if x comma y belongs to R implies 2 divides x minus y. Now, from this we are going to write another form. 2, same sentence in another form. 2 divides minus of y minus x. So, 2 divides, you can say that y minus x, because 4 is divisible by 2, minus 4 also divisible by 2. So, 2 divides minus of y minus x. X minus y can be written as minus of y minus x. So, when 2 divides, suppose for example minus 4 and 2 divides 4. So, therefore, which implies y comma x belongs to R. Therefore, it is symmetric. Therefore, it is symmetric. Right. Next, we are going for transitive. Listen, how we are going to prove this. Any doubt in this? Right. Now, we'll continue this. For all belongs to the integer x comma y belongs to R implies 2 divides x minus y. In your book it is given in the form of a comma b. Right. Now another one also given to you. Y comma z belongs to R implies 2 divides y minus z. Right. Now listen, from these two we are going to frame a new sentence statement, that is, you know that this is divisible by 2 and this is also divisible by 2. The sum of these two also will be divisible by 2. So, which implies 2 divides 4 is divisible by 2 and 6 is divisible by 2. 4 plus 6, 10 also divisible by 2. 2 divides x minus y plus y minus z. Right. Now listen this. So now you can say that the sum of these two, if you cancel this, which implies 2. I'll rub this. So, x comma z belongs to R. Therefore, it is transitive. Right. Now, listen, the same thing can be done in different way, different method also you can follow. Alright, now listen. So, this reflexive will be same only. Symmetric, how can you write? So, 2 divides x minus y can be said as x minus y equal to 2k for some k belongs to the integer. So, now y minus of y minus x equal to 2k, then y, when it is divisible by 2, you know that it is a multiple of 2. So, y minus x equal to minus 2k. So, this is also divisible by 2. Therefore, is divisible by 2. Therefore, in order to continue this, therefore y comma x belongs to R. Listen all of you, right? You are allowed to write x comma y belongs to R. But at any cost, you should not write x minus z belongs to R, because R is an relation. It is in the form of ordered pair. It is not like this. So, you cannot write this as x minus y belongs to R. Like that you cannot write. You can say that x minus y belongs to integer. Belongs to integer you can say. Right. Remember that whenever belongs comes, R should be there. Right. In the same way, this also. Now listen. This is another way, another method. Right. Now listen. You can say that which implies x minus y equal to 2k1. K1 belongs to some integer. Right. Here you can say that this is also k2. Now you can continue like this. Into k1 plus k2. So, you know that it is a multiple of 2 or it is divisible by 2. This is another method. You can follow any method. Therefore, x comma, how will you complete this? Belongs to R. Therefore, it is transitive. So, there are two methods you can do that. Any method you like, you can follow that. Now, we are going to exercise problems. We will do exercise problems now. So, I am taking exercise 1.1, the first sum. It has 5 subdivisions. So, the first sum we are taking, this one has 5 subdivisions. For all the 5 subdivisions, the heading is same. Determine whether the following relations are reflexive, symmetric and transitive. And transitive. The first subdivision, the relation or on the set A, that is etc. up to 14, defined by y, defined by r equal to x comma y, such that 3x minus y equal to 0 is 0. We have to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric and or transitive. We are going to check all the three here. Right. Now listen to me. First, the set A is containing the elements from 1 to 14. Right. The function given over here is 3x minus y equals 0. That is nothing but y equal to 3x. Now I am going to write this as 3x minus y equal to 0, which implies y equal to 3x. Now listen. Right. Now let me write when x is equal to 1. You know that it's to start from 1. What about y? Y equal to 3 into 1 equal to 3. When x is equal to 2, y equal to 6. When x is equal to 3, y equal to 3 into 3, that is 9. When x is equal to 4, y equal to 3 into 4, that is 12. Right. If I take x is equal to 5, y will become 15. But we have elements up to 14 only. So we are taking only this. Right. Now listen how we are going to write the relation. The relation R equal to 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 3 and 3, 9 and 4, 12. Right. Now listen to the students. Whenever you prove it is reflexive, it is symmetric and it is transitive, you should generalize it. By giving example, you cannot say that it is true, because for your example it may be true, for another example it may be false. Whenever it is true, you have to generalize it. After generalizing, if you want to give additionally some examples, you can give. But whenever it is false, just one example is more than enough. Okay? Right. Now, first we are going to say, check whether it is reflexive. You know that I am going to take only one example. It is, right now listen how I am saying this. 1 belongs to the set A, but 1, 1 does not belongs to R. What is the definition of the reflexive? For all A belongs to the set A comma A should be belonging to R. If 1, 2, 3, 4 are there, we need 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 up to 14, 14. Then only it is reflexive. Nothing, even a single pair is not there. So, just one example to say that it is not true. Right. Now, 1, you can start with here. 1 belongs to the set A, but 1, 1 does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not reflexive. You can write this generally also. How will you write? For all A belongs to the set A comma A does not belongs to R. This is also another way of writing. For every element in A, there is no A comma A belongs to R. Therefore, it is not reflexive. You can represent this way also. So, no need to waste your time. Whenever it is not true, just give one example. Right. Now, listen here. Symmetric. You can make up that it is not symmetric. So, just give one example. Here, 1 comma 3 belongs to R, but 3 comma 1 does not belongs to R. So, you can make out everything. 2 comma 6 belongs to R, but 6 comma 2 does not belongs to R. So, one example to say that it is not symmetric. One example is enough. Right. Now, what will you say here? Therefore, it is not symmetric. It is not symmetric. Right. Now, we are going to prove check whether it is transitive or not. So, I'll do it here only. I think you can, it is visible to you. Right. Now, listen. Transitive now listen to that. Here now whenever transitive comes, what will you do? Here 1 comma 3. It ends with 3. You have to check whether any element, any order pair is starting with 3. You see that here it starts with 3. So now we are going for checking. So here 1 comma 3 belongs to R and 3 comma 9 belongs to R, but 1 comma 9 does not belongs to R. So in general, how can you say that? How will you say in general? So here I am not only, I will be rubbing only up. I feel that you may taking it this. Therefore, it is not transitive. It is not transitive. If we want to say in general, for all A comma B comma C belongs to the set A comma B, you can say it in terms of X also, A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, but A comma C does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not transitive. So, as I told you already, to say that it is not true, one example is more than enough. So, whenever you are saying it is true, you have to generalize it. Don't give any examples. After generalizing it, you can give 1 or 2 examples. Right. So, how will you conclude this? Therefore, it is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. So after this, so just I will take 1 minute time. to relax whether you are understanding or not. If I am taking continuously, I am going fast. So it is sufficient. If you want to write generally, you can write like this also. Second one, I'll take the relation. The relation on the set of natural numbers This is the second question in the book. Defined by r equal to x comma y such that y equal to x plus 5 and x. We are going to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Right. Now listen, let's take that. It is a set of natural numbers. Let's take y equal to x plus 5. Set of natural numbers means start with y 1, x is equal to 1, y equal to 1 plus 5 equal to 6. X is equal to 2, y equal to 2 plus 5, that is 7. X is equal to 3 and y equal to 3 plus 5, that is equal to 8. Right. Now we cannot go for 4 because it is less than 4. Right. Now I am going to write the relation here. Let us write it this side. See that it is 1 comma 6, 2 comma 7 and 3 comma 8. Now listen, you know to prove it is reflexive or not. So what will you say here? You know that the set of natural numbers, if you want to write generally, for all a belongs to the set of natural numbers, a comma a does not belongs to r. It is a set of natural numbers. You can write generally for all a belongs to the set of natural numbers, a comma a does not belongs to r. No element is related to itself. Therefore, any doubt in this, no element is related to itself. That's why we are generalizing it because it is a set of natural number. So you can say that it is not reflexive. All of you listen to me carefully. This symmetric. Right. Now, I told you here it is ending with 6. Any element is any order pair is starting with 6. No. Any order pair is starting with 7. No. Any order pair is starting with 8. No. So, the second order pair does not exist. Yesterday I told you if the second order pair does not exist, it is transitive. Right. Now listen. Here the second order pair does not exist. Therefore, it is transitive. You have to say that, therefore, it is transitive. Whenever the second order pair does not exist, it should be considered as transitive. So remember this point. I gave yesterday one example also. Next. Transitive. Sorry, it is not transitive. I have to say that. Symmetric we are proving, children. Right. So let me make it a transitive here. Okay. Right. We have to do symmetric, but I did transitive. All of you following? So transitive means what? The second order pair you have to check. It is not there. Therefore, it is not a transitive. Right now, I will go for symmetric. All of you know to prove it is not symmetric. So, how will you say that? Here, 1,6 belongs to R, but 6,1 does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. Generally, we have to follow the order: reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Right. Since I went for transitive second itself, all of you understood that. So, transitive means what? So, any element, you see the check the order pair. This order pair ending with the 6. Any order pair is starting with the 6. No. So, starting with 7 also no. Starting with 8 also no. So, second order pair does not exist. Therefore, it is transitive. It is transitive. Whenever the second order pair does not exist, it is transitive. Now we are doing symmetric. So symmetric, all of you know to do by yourself. 1,6 belongs to R, but 6,1 does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. Now listen this. Third, the relation. All of you follow this. I have changed the order. You know that this transitive means what is that? Second order pair does not exist means it should be considered as a transitive. And symmetric, we have taken only one example. That's more than enough to say that it is not symmetric. Right. Now third question, the relation R in the set A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Given by or defined by R equal to x, y such that y is divisible by x. Y is divisible by x. Right. Now listen. Right. We can again this sum we can do it in two different ways. First, all the children will be comfortable with the first method. Right. Let me check. Take the first method. You know that the recipe given here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And the relation R equal to, right. So the second element is divisible by the first element. So y is divisible by x. 1 is divisible by 1. And again you know that 2 is divisible by 1. And 3 is divisible by 1. 4 is divisible by 1. 5 is divisible by 1. And 6 is divisible by 1. Next, we are going for 2. 2 is divisible by 2. And 4 is divisible by 2. And 6 is divisible by 2. Next, we are going for 3. 3 is divisible by 3. 6 is divisible by 3. Now, we can say that it is 4 is divisible by 4. No more things for 4. 5 is divisible by 5 and 6 is divisible by 6. These are the elements in the relation. These are the elements in the relation. So this is the first method. If you feel it is lengthy, we'll do by second method. First let's complete this method. Now listen. How will you prove that it is reflexive? One belongs to A, 1 comma 1 belongs to R. 2 belongs to A, 2 comma 2 belongs to R. 3 belongs to A, 3 comma 3 belongs to R. 4 belongs to A, 4 comma 4 belongs to R. 5 belongs to A, 5 comma 5 belongs to R, and 6 comma 6 belongs to R. Right. Now listen. So every element you cannot write, rather than writing all the elements, you can generalize this. So now what will you say here? For all A belongs to the set A comma A belongs to R. Therefore it is reflexive. It is reflexive. Now listen this one. How will you say that it is, whether it is symmetric or not? Now listen. Symmetric. You can say that here 1 comma 2 belongs to R, but 2 comma 1 does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. It is not symmetric. So now the next one, we are going for transitive. Now see here, 1 it ends by 2. Now it starts by 2. 1 comma 2 belongs to R, 2 comma 2 belongs to R, again 1 comma 2 belongs to R. 1 comma 2 belongs to R, 2 comma 4 belongs to R, same 1 comma 4. 1 comma 4 belongs to R. If you check everything, it will for all the elements, it will be satisfying the transitivity. Therefore, in general, you can say that for all A comma B comma C belongs to the set A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, implies A comma C belongs to R. Therefore, it is transitive. It is transitive. So, how will you conclude this? This is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. Right. If you want to go for another method, I think all of you understood this. So this is the better method for everyone. Now let's continue. Reflexive. Let us do by another way. again another way we are following it. Reflexive, I am keeping here, so I will change this. Reflexive, for all x belongs to the set A, x comma x belongs to R, which implies x is divisible by x. X is divisible by x. Therefore, you know that any element is divisible by itself. Therefore, it is reflexive. It is reflexive. Symmetric, in general form, for all x comma y belongs to the set A, x comma y belongs to R implies y is divisible by x. Y is divisible by x, which implies that x is not divisible by y. Divisible by y. So now you can say that, which implies y comma x does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. Therefore, it is not symmetric. Right. Now, transitive. So I think I rub fully. Only the questionality. Transitive. For all x comma belongs to the set A. Right. Now listen. X comma y belongs to R implies y is divisible by x. This is another method. If you are comfortable with the first method, you just follow that. Next, again, it is y comma z belongs to R implies z is divisible by y. Right. So which implies, you can say that, you have to say that x comma z belongs to R. Which implies directly you say that is z is divisible by x. After saying this, you can give one example. Therefore, it is transitive. So, how will you conclude this? You have to say that it is reflexive and transitive, but not symmetric. Therefore, it is reflexive and transitive, but not symmetric. But not symmetric. So we are going for the fourth one. This particular part, in passage question, they ask many a time in advanced level. Today I am going to give some JWA questions also as assignment. You have to do it. Tomorrow we will discuss that. 4 questions I will give. Right. We will go for the fourth one. the relation or on the set of integers defined by or equal to x comma y. Fourth question, let's see what is there. So this is such that x minus y is an integer. So this 2-3 times they ask in advance this. It will be a part of the question. In passage questions, it will be the part. Now listen, we are going for first reflexive. Now listen, for all x belongs to the set of integer x comma x belongs to R implies x minus x equal to 0 is an integer. 0 is an integer. Therefore, it is reflexive. Symmetric. Just 1 minute to wait. Any doubt, you just go through that. Now we are going for symmetric. For all x comma y belongs to the integer x comma y belongs to R implies x minus y is an integer, which implies minus of x minus y is an integer, which implies we can say that minus of y minus x, so which implies y minus x is an integer. Therefore, y comma x belongs to R, which implies that it is symmetric. Right. Next we are going for transitive. For all belongs to the integer x comma y belongs to R implies x minus y is an integer. Then y comma z belongs to R implies again it is an integer. Now listen, how will you write this one? I am going to write x minus z as x minus y plus, you know that? So adding y and subtracting y. So the sum of the two integers will also be an integer. So you can say that is an integer. Therefore, x comma z belongs to R. Therefore, it is transitive. So, what will you say about this question? So, this one is, what is that? It is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. It is an equivalence relation. Remember that. So as I told you already, this will be coming as a passage question. Every time you no need to solve everything. When it belongs to integer, x minus y is an integer is an equivalence relation, or y minus x is an integer also an equivalence relation. Remember this. So always you keep this statement true. So even the case of the integers. Right. Now we are going for the next type. Right. All of you understood this? Any doubt in this, children? Right. Now listen. What example yesterday I gave for transitivity, I don't know. So remember that again. I will tell you that if a equal to, you can take 1 comma 2 also. So r equal to, again I will tell you 1 1 1 2 2 1 is not transitive, children. Is not transitive. As I told you already, 2 comma 1 belongs to r, 1 comma 2 belongs to r, but 2 comma 2 does not belong to r. So which is transitive? You will say 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1 and 2 comma 2 is transitive. Remember that. This I forgot what I gave, what example I gave you. Remember this, all of you. Suppose I have excluded 2 comma 2, you have to take it. Some statement problem. So this will be somewhat interesting. So like a time passing it will be. I am taking from the book. I think all can do these sums. The fifth question. This is the heading of this fifth question is having 5 subdivisions. So now I am writing the heading of this one. So the first track is bit difficult one. It is fully concept oriented, whereas calculus part will be, after learning it's very much interesting. But this relations and functions, somewhat inverse trigonometric functions, second and third will be easy. Fourth again vectors, 3-dimensional geometry, probability, all will be fully concept oriented. You have to concentrate on first track. Fully, when vectors 3-dimensional comes, it is completely related to physics. If you listen these classes, it will be helpful for physics also. You might have studied already in first year also in physics. The fifth one, the relation or in the set A of human beings in the world. Beings in a town, it is given at a particular time. Right. Now, first one, r equal to x comma y such that x and y work at the same place. Work at the same place. Right, it is very simple for you. How will you prove it is reflexive? For all x belongs to the set A. Set, it is here, A is the set of human beings in a town. X comma x belongs to R, which means x and x work at the same place. Therefore, so that means what? The person, any person himself will be working in the same place. Working in the same place. Therefore, it is reflexive. And the second one, symmetric. It is just a fun. For all x comma y belongs to the set A, if x comma y belongs to R implies x and y work at the same place. So from this, the statement you have to write it as, which implies y and x work at the same place. Work at the same place, which implies y comma x belongs to 1. Right. Next we are going for transitivity. Transitive. For all x comma y comma z belongs to the set A, x comma y belongs to R implies x and y work at the same place. Then y comma z belongs to R implies y and z work at the same place. From this, what will you say here? X comma. From these two statements, you have to write. From these two statements, you have to bring a new statement. When these two are working in the same place and these two are working in the same place, these two will be working in the same place. So, which implies x and z work at the same place. So, how will you conclude this? X comma z belongs to R. Since it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, it is an equivalence relation. Now, two sums I'll give that as an assignment. this is JEE mains questions. Please take this. The first question, let R be the set of real numbers Statement 1. This was asked in 2011 JEE mains. I'll write statement 1 here. A equal to x comma y belongs to R cross R. Both x and y are belonging to the real numbers. So here y minus x is an integer. Is an equivalence relation. Right, now B, we will see that x comma y belongs to the set R cross R. X equal to alpha y for some rational number alpha. Is an equivalence relation. So this is a statement 2. Is an equivalence relation. So now you see that question. Already you know that y minus x is an integer, is an equivalence relation. We saw that x minus y. The same thing is true for y minus x also. Now you have to check it out. So tomorrow I will be telling you, just you are trying this. So now let me tell you the options. Statement 1 is true. Statement 2 is not true, is false. B, statement 1 is true and statement 2 is true. C, statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true. So now listen, so the answer is in this only. I will put the fourth option is none of this. So right, you take this question and tomorrow we will discuss about this one. It is time up, so let me give you another small question. It is very simple for you. This is the first question. This is JEE mains 2011 question. This is very small, simple question. You will be able to do that. Let R equal to 3, 3, 6, 6, 9, 9. I will write it down. 6, 12, 3, 9, 3, 12, 3, 6. Be the relation. Be the relation. Then the relation is, be the relation on the set. We have to define a set, Be the relation on the set. On the set A equal to 3, 6, 9, 12. The relation is so I am leaving here, so some students may be copying slowly, that's why I am leaving this for a long time. Right, now let me complete this. The relation is 1 reflexive and transitive only. Second, reflexive only. Third, an equivalence relation. And fourth, reflexive and symmetric only. Right. So these are the 2 questions. I have 4 questions. So today time up. Tomorrow. So after discussing what we have, these 2 questions tomorrow, we'll continue tomorrow, children. Take care. Thank you so much.